Rams, this is Maddie Spooner.
And I'm Enrique Alvarez. Welcome to this week's Kram.
As most of you are aware, around 30% of high school staff across the district participated in a sick out by calling in sick on Friday the 18th.
The teachers were protesting the increased course load to 6 classes out of 8 periods from the 5.5 it has been previously.
The board meeting on Thursday the 17th saw over 3 hours of public comments about the change, and Kram was there to see how it all happened.
On February 18th, District 20 closed all high schools due to a teacher sick out in retaliation to the 6 of 8 initiative. The day prior, the Board of Education held a meeting where the public could speak their opinions regarding 6 of 8. Pete Alvarez gives us some insight as to what 6 of 8 entails.
6 of 8 plans is essentially teachers currently teach 5.5 makes up a full teaching load, which is the equivalent of 11 semester classes. Going to 6 of 8 would move teachers towards having a full-time teaching equivalency of 12 semesters per year instead of 11.
There were many reactions to this initiative from teachers, students, and parents. At the board meeting, several members of the Rampart community expressed their thoughts on the matter.
Whenever teachers are telling us that something's wrong, and something's probably wrong, and expecting teachers just to continue doing more ostensibly to solve some kind of staffing shortage in the district, that's not a very good approach to trying to solve those types of problems.
Personally, I think 6-8 does have some merits with the fact that it could create smaller class sizes, and I think we desperately do need some more interaction between teachers and students. However, I don't think it is worth it just for the fact that teachers receive less compensation and sacrifice a planning period where they could create better lessons to fit their classes and help students learn overall.
Speaking personally, and only for myself, I think 6-8 is a detrimental choice. It is going to decrease the amount of time that teachers have to prepare and plan. It's going to increase our instructional load and make it harder for us to do all of these extra pieces, all of these extra moving parts that are involved in our jobs.
I think 6-8 is just not a great plan. I think teachers are already severely underpaid. If babysitters get paid $15 an hour to watch one kid, why do teachers get paid $15 an hour to watch 30 kids? It doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
There's consistently a message that teachers just need to take on whatever work is expected of them. They're expected to do it for the kids and not expect pay. I think that is a very tenuous precedent to set. District 20 has historically had high levels of education. We're a high achieving district. If you don't have the ability to attract those quality teachers, the ones who inspire students, it's going to make your high school experience very different.
Ultimately, the decision was made by the district superintendent, Thomas Gregory, to put this plan in effect for the 2022-23 school year.
Probably first and foremost, it was opportunities for students. Many times, students need additional support. Could be expanding course offerings in general. Resources are tight. Teachers and principals seem to ask for additional staffing. But I sent out a memo to all teachers. The board does not vote on something like this. The decision's been made and we're going to move forward with this. There's not a right answer and not everybody's going to win that discussion, but at least we need to listen and try to understand better.
When major events like 6 of 8 occur, it is important for students to be informed and knowledgeable about these issues as they are directly affected.
It's important to understand the issues that you are advocating against, so that you understand the whole spectrum of it.
I think it's always important for students to be aware of all policies around our school and changes that are taking place around our school.
If you feel inclined to voice your opinion, feel free to attend the next Board of Education meeting. They occur every other Thursday, or email the superintendent. With initiatives like 6 of 8, it's important to have informed discussions about decisions that impact our community. Signing off for Kram, this has been Adam Carlson. Stay safe, Rams.
The 6 of 8 initiative was introduced by the superintendent and the building administrators.
Last week, the jazz band and choir programs came together for a night of jazz.
The concert highlighted the talents of both groups and their love for this freeform musical art.
You like jazz? Rampart High School put on a jazz and choir concert about a week ago. Kram went to go check it out.
Jazz Night is a combined concert between the Rampart High School Jazz Ensemble and the various choirs. So there's jazz choir, sing-sations.
Jazz Night is a collaboration between the choirs and the jazz band. So when Mr. Altman was first hired, we discussed wanting to have something collaborative with choirs and bands so that we could all kind of merge our talents together. We thought, what a better way than an entire concert of just straight jazz music.
While students at Rampart put on an amazing performance, we asked them why they did jazz.
I just like jazz and like music, and I thought it would be a good opportunity to sing something that I'm not very comfortable with.
I'm in jazz band because it's really, really fun. The saxophone, which I play, gets like a lot of attention, and it's just a really good time.
Lastly, jazz band students and teachers gave us reasons on why we should join jazz band if you're interested.
I think if you really like jazz or just want to try something new, then definitely try it, especially if you can already sing or play an instrument, then you should definitely try it.
If you like to sing, if you like music in any way, or if you want to be part of something that is a pretty close-knit community without having to be really, really good at sports or have money to own or rent an instrument, then choir is the place for you.
Yes, I would recommend jazz band because it's so much more fun than concert band. The music's a little more advanced, but it's a lot more rewarding, and it's just a really good time overall.
Thank you to all the jazz band students and teachers who have put in so much work and dedication these past few weeks to put on an amazing performance. This is Maddie Spooner reporting for Kram.
If you like that, both the choir and band programs have more concerts coming this year.
As winter is most definitely here, our Winter Guard has been hard at work preparing for competitions.
The season will lead up to their state competition later in the spring.
Kram went to see how the season is progressing.
There are many types of competitive groups here at Rampart. Winter Guard is one of the lesser known groups here at our school. Kram wanted to look into what Winter Guard is.
So Winterguard is a performing ensemble where you have a mixture of different types of equipment, so like flags, rifles, and saber combined with dance and like character acting and stuff that was originally based off of JROTC, their color guard, and is based off of that but in a more performance ensemble-esque space.
So Winter Guard is basically a version of Color Guard, the flags that perform with marching band, but it is during the winter time, so basically Color Guard's off season is what we call it.
Karen wanted to find out how the group prepares for the season and competitions.
We prepare for the season by learning special skills like 45s, doubles, all in flag, or we learn sixes and sevens or quads or that kind of stuff on saber and rifle.
We have long practices that we work on, like writing the show, so figuring out where we're going to stand and move, and then learning the choreography with the equipment. Besides just practices and stuff, you have competitions where you go to different schools and stuff and you perform there and you get judged based off of a list of things like what your choreography looks like, what the overall show looks like, what the techniques are, and how difficult all of that is and how well it blends together, and you go to different competitions up until you eventually hopefully get to go to state.
So Winter Guard does competitions every 2 weeks. We have a Saturday competition that we do.
After just winning their first competition, Karen wanted to see how the group felt about the rest of the season.
Well, we did really well. We won our first competition, and so I think it's going to actually be a really good season, just like our last real season back in 2020. So
I think we are going to do really well for this season. We were nationally ranked when I first joined in 2020, and I think that if we do well this year, which I think we will, we are going to end up doing great things and going to nationals.
Good luck on the rest of your season, Guard. This has been Jeffrey Monty, signing off.
Good luck on the road to the state competition.
Our speech and debate team has really come into their own this year.
While the team is small, they've already won several awards. This last weekend, several members of the team qualified for the state competition. Ronnie Korweck, Brianna Tran, Maya Dietrich, Celine Bono, and Ahana Paul all qualified for the state competition.
The Speech and Debate Club at Rampart is a dedicated group of students who enjoy participating in public speaking. Recently, team members Celine and Ahana went 4-0 and shared the Region 7 championship. Kram talked to some of the members about what they do in the club.
It's
pretty fun, really. It's more lax than a normal sport. However, in the future, it's probably going to become a little bit more formal. It's basically just writing a speech and practicing it.
You're graded on a couple different things, the effectiveness, the reception, how it's received, and then kind of like if there is development.
Speech, we have different debates, we have poetry, we have like drama events where you act out a scene, and you essentially go to competitions and just present what you've prepared for the audience. I mean, there's also like impromptu things like extemp you have to like come up with on the spot. So there's like a whole variety of different events for every person, no matter what you like, whether you like drama, whether you like more serious things.
I like specifically asking them questions about their speech that they don't really know it's coming to them about the speech. Kind of like that organic Socratic method, kind of tricking them into that.
The members give up a lot of their time to participate with speech and debate.
They're very, very long days. We're all very tired when we get back, but you get there at 7 in the morning, you don't even leave till around 7 at night. When we all get there, usually we'll have like a snack before, and then we start to draw. There's wave A and wave B, so like if you have different events.
For debate, you basically just do a bunch of research, build up your cases. My partner is Celine Bono, and we both like FaceTime and work together and like make sure that we got our rebuttals and everything down.
But despite the long work hours, they believe there are many personal and academic benefits.
If you wrote something for speech and debate, I feel like it wouldn't be as good as if you already had an idea and speech and debate just gave you a way of expressing it.
Speech and debate is one of like the best things you can put on your resume when you're applying for like colleges or even like jobs.
As far as debate, I learned so much about like world events, which I think is so important, and like different things that I feel like I normally wouldn't have known of.
Really just find that specific group of students that can benefit from being in speech and debate. I mean, it appeals to a lot of different people, but it's like it's one more community.
Congratulations to the Speech and Debate Club for their recent success, and make sure to wish them luck on their next competition. This has been Mandy Walsman reporting for KRAM.
Congrats to all the speech and debate state qualifiers.
Our art programs have been going through several changes recently.
Mr. Hayes left us for a year to teach digitally, but then returned. Our 2D art classes and photography teachers are brand new to Rampart this year.
Kram thought it was time we all got to know our new art teachers.
Rampart is full of many new students, staff, and community members that often go unnoticed. KRAM takes a look into the new teachers in the art programs.
What I enjoy most about the class is that you get a lot of free time in that class to do pretty much whatever you want. Like, you can create anything you want. It's endless.
The classwork isn't as strict as it used to be. Like freshman year, we had to do like specific things, and like we had to go exactly as the rubric said. But for like the new art classes, we have more freedom with our art pieces.
A lot of students in the art programs appreciate the work that the new teachers have done. Some of the students decided to share what they like about the new art teachers here at Rampart.
We'll be given a project, and then our teacher will describe like the minimum requirements, and then we can just like come up with whatever we want, and then we'll have a week or two to finish it.
They're very eye-opening when it comes to your own art style. Instead of just, oh, I see something, I'm gonna copy it exactly like it. They really want you to find who you are as an artist.
I'm very choice-based. I love to give my students a lot of different choices for their art because it makes all of their projects more individual, and they like to put their own creativity inside of stuff, and it makes everything very unique.
The students here at Rampart who enjoy the art programs tell us why they enjoy the freedom and the creativity of the art classes here at Rampart.
Just kind of how she structures her class, you know, like it's the same thing of like what I like about the class. She gives us a lot of freedom, so which is really nice because then I can do what I want.
Basically anything I want, instead of doing something that's kind of like forced on me, like an assignment or something.
The higher you go, the more narrow it gets, and it gets more focused on specific materials and things like that, and so the kids get to do a lot more of what they want and what they really have a passion for.
The students feel very appreciative of the new art teachers and the curriculum taught here at Rampart. Thank you to the art teachers for all you do for our students here at Rampart.
These teachers are already making positive changes to our art department.
We have one final story today.
Student interest clubs can take interesting turns here at Rampart.
You might have heard of a group of students that get together monthly to share their passion for lettuce.
The Lettuce Club is unique, and their love for leafy greens is strong.
For most of us, lettuce is only for salads and getting some extra vegetables in. It's a food that's not particularly tasty, but not awful either. But for a unique group of students who formed Rampart's very first lettuce club, lettuce is life.
Oh, I saw this post for Lettuce Club on TikTok, and I was like, it was a college who was doing it, and I was like, wow, that looks dumb. Let's try it.
And then me and my friends were almost throwing up eating lettuce, so I mean, it's pretty competitive, I would say.
Well, ever since I was a kid, my parents would enroll me in lettuce eating competitions all around the state, Fort Collins, Castle Rock area, and I would always win. I really ate that lettuce up.
Many of the club members spend hours each week preparing and training for the next lettuce competitions in the hopes to be crowned lettuce king or queen.
6 o'clock, wake up, mile run. 6:30, lettuce bath, of course. 6:45, lettuce practice.
So I eat about one iceberg of lettuce every 2 days just to keep myself in peak shape.
I keep some in my pockets at all times. I always got to keep the taste in my mouth just so that I'm ready for when I start eating again, of course.
The recently crowned lettuce king, Caleb Thompson, has raised some suspicions concerning his involvement in a lettuce scandal, which is being investigated by a group-led uprising.
I am the lettuce king.
Lettuce King's coming. It's coming real fast. We're all striking up to kind of overthrow the Lettuce King, Caleb. He's cheated his way to the top, and I think it's time he finally comes down.
Honestly, it was really disturbing because me and Kevin were working hard to finish our lettuce. I mean, we almost threw up 3 times, and then there's Caleb Thompson getting crowned the lettuce king within 5 minutes, and me and Kevin took us 25 minutes to finish our head of lettuce.
However, with lettuce being such an integral part of these students' lives, they often feel targeted for the hard work and passion they put into their hobby.
I would argue that my activity, my sport, you could say, is a little unconventional. So sometimes I do. I feel a little targeted by the people around me, and Sorry. Please give me 1 moment. But lettuce eating it's coming to the Olympics next year. All you people, who's gonna be laughing then? Me.
We wish you all luck on your future lettuce endeavors. This has been Elia Bono, reporting for KRM.
If you like lettuce, that's just the tip of the iceberg.
That's all we have for this week, Rams.
This has been Maddie Spooner.
And I'm Enrique Alvarez, signing off for KRM. Your love for leafy greens is strong. Leafy. I didn't see it. The proctor. I don't memorize this. Student interest clubs can take an interest. No.
Maddie Spooner.
That's it for this week, KRM. This is Maddie Spooner. And I'm Enrique Alvarez. I don't think I pronounced that right.
Enrique
Alvarez. I actually talk 2 hands. Well, no, I talk with them. I don't talk to them. Okay, I'm not that crazy.